Very good morning, class. This lecture is about system analysis and design, and the code for the subject is TCS 462. Myself, Dr. Sachin Sharma. We are discussing Unit 1 System Concept and Information System Environment. In this lecture, we'll talk about the interpersonal skills, why it is required being a system analyst. So, there are few interpersonal skills that is a need of any system analyst, such as self-confidence. Person should be confident and enough confident to gather the user requirement and give them a concern that whatever requirement they have generated, whatever requirement the system analyst received, being a system analyst, a person will be capable to identify their problem and suggest the solution in terms of technical description. Being a system analyst, they should have work ethics, they should have relationship management, receptiveness to feedback. So what's the mean of this? If a client or a user gives a feedback to the system that they might require the correction in that, or they want to add few more things in that. So being a system analyst, they should be able to take that feedback, right? So being a system analyst, that person cannot respond in a way or cannot respond unprofessionally that no, whatever you have said, the changes has been already done, now we cannot take any feedback from the client or user, right? So there should be the receptiveness in business analyst. The body language should be good. They should have listening capability. Collaboration is very important. The more system analyst will collaborate with the user, the client, the more and the quality of output will be generated. There should not be any conflict. Should have a positive attitude and also the etiquettes, the workplace etiquette. So all there are these 10 skills which are majorly required being a business analyst. Now the question comes, why these interpersonal skills are important? Without it, everyday business would be very difficult, since almost all aspects involve communication. Many jobs involve collaboration and interaction with different type of people, and where these interpersonal skills are very important. Even though if you are having technical job or as a IT specialist, you need to interact with your colleagues or clients regularly. So in this case, you need to be a good listener. Having excellent technical capabilities is not enough to get a good position in the organization. While if you appear for the interview, that time also you will be judged based on your interpersonal skills. You might get difficult questions from your recruiters, but they would like to see how do you behave. Are you calm or are you get so excited if you are not able to solve the problem? So all these parameters which checks the interpersonal skills. So these skills are very important. Now we'll talk about the management skills. The management skills consist of four important skills: resource management, project management, risk management, and change management. I'll repeat again: resource management, project management, risk management, and change management. Resource management. It includes following capabilities: predicting resource uses, which is part of budgeting; tracking and accounting for resource consumption; learning how to use resources effectively; evaluating the quality of resources used; securing resources from abusive use; and if the resources are not needed anymore, then it will be released. So these are the capabilities that resource management should have. Project management. It's a system analyst which determine the task and resources needed for a project and how they are related to each other. And a project is defined a sequence of unique, complex and connected activities which are having the single goal. Project management is also defined as the process of scoping, planning, staffing, organizing, directing and controlling the development of acceptable system at minimum cost within a specified time frame. Being a project manager, he first needs to break down a project into multiple independent tasks, then determine how the tasks are related to each other, then each task will be assigned to responsible person. Risk management. Firstly, a system analyst will identify the risk and minimize it accordingly. A risk is an unfavorable event. Basically, we don't know what kind of things will come in future. It just occurs suddenly. So if a risk comes true, it can hamper the successful and the success rate, timely completion of the project. It is necessary to anticipate and identify different risks a project is susceptible to. Once risk to the project has been identified, project manager must be able to minimize the likelihood that those risks will actually occur. It also includes knowing where resources are to be placed, where they can do the best, and prioritizing activities to achieve better productivity. Change management. Change management is required to improve the information system. It manages the system transition from one state to another. Generally, people don't like the changes, but any changes in a way to people perform their duties in the organization must be carefully managed. Change management is a very important skill for system analysts. So whenever system analyst thinks any required changes can help the organization, then administration will allow the system analyst to do the changes. These system analysts must know how to get people to make a smooth transition from one information system to another and giving up their old ways to doing things and accepting new ways. Whatever the gaps are available, it is the responsibility of system analysts to identify the gaps and fill the gaps. In organization, if the new technology comes, then adaptation is very important. Then training can be organized for old employees, and for the new employees, they can be hired if they have new skill set, new technology knowledge. So change management also includes the ability to deal with technical issues related to change, such as reusability. Interpersonal skills, it has four things: communication skills, working alone as well as in a team. So the person should have capacity to work or perform alone, or if it is given in a team task, then should be able to perform. Facilitating groups and managing expectation. So these are the interpersonal skills. So that's it for the day. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture. Thank you.